Napoleon's rise to power, the journey of a military genius. Napoleon Bonaparte, a name that echoes through history. A military genius. A ruler. An emperor. But who was he really? A hero? A tyrant? A visionary? This is the story of Napoleon, the man who reshaped Europe forever. Napoleon was born on August 15, 1769, on the Mediterranean island of Corsica, a year after France acquired it from the Republic of Genoa. He was the second of 8 children in the Bonaparte family, a family of minor nobility with limited wealth but grand ambitions. As a child, Napoleon was sharp, ambitious, and often rebellious. At the age of 9, he was sent to France to study at a military academy in Brienne, where he was mocked for his Corsican accent and outsider status. Yet, this only fueled his determination. By the time he was 16, he graduated from the École Militaire in Paris, becoming a second lieutenant in the French artillery. But it was the French Revolution that gave Napoleon his first real opportunity. The French Revolution and Napoleon's rise. The French Revolution, 1789 to 1799, turned France into chaos. The monarchy collapsed, and the revolutionaries sought to defend the new republic from enemies within and outside France. Napoleon, an ambitious young officer, first made a name for himself in 1793 during the Siege of Toulon, a city that had rebelled against the revolution and invited British forces to help them. Napoleon devised a brilliant strategy, leading an assault that reclaimed the city. His success earned him a promotion to brigadier general at just 24 years old. The Italian campaign, Napoleon becomes a hero. In 1796, Napoleon was given command of the French army of Italy. At just 26 years old, he led a poorly supplied army against Austrian and Piedmontese forces. Through a series of swift and decisive battles, including victories at Lodi, Arcole, and Rivoli, he crushed his enemies and turned Italy into a French stronghold. Napoleon's military brilliance, charisma, and relentless energy made him a national hero. He wrote letters to the government in Paris, showing his political savvy. The French people adored him. The government? They feared him. The Egyptian campaign, a setback and a new opportunity. By 1798, Napoleon sought to weaken Britain's power by attacking Egypt. His campaign was a mix of glorious victories and harsh realities. He won the Battle of the Pyramids, but his fleet was destroyed by the British at the Battle of the Nile, leaving his army stranded. Despite the setback, Napoleon turned to propaganda, portraying the expedition as a success. He also brought scholars to Egypt, leading to the discovery of the Rosetta Stone, which helped decode Egyptian hieroglyphs. But as France faced turmoil back home, Napoleon saw a greater opportunity: power. The coup of 18 Brumaire, Napoleon takes control. By 1799, France was in crisis. The government, known as the Directory, was weak and corrupt. Napoleon, sensing his moment, returned to France and allied with key political figures. On November 9, 1799, 18 Brumaire in the revolutionary calendar, he staged a coup, overthrowing the Directory and establishing the consulate. As first consul, he held the most power. It was a masterstroke. Without bloodshed, Napoleon had positioned himself as the leader of France. The people, exhausted by years of instability, welcomed him. He rode to emperor. As first consul, Napoleon reformed France. He established the Napoleonic Code, which modernized laws. He strengthened the economy, improved education, and brought stability. But Napoleon's ambitions stretched beyond being first consul. In 1804, after securing France's power, he made his boldest move yet, crowning himself Emperor of France in the Notre Dame Cathedral, symbolizing that his authority came from himself, not the Pope. Napoleon's empire, conquering Europe. Napoleon launched a series of wars that reshaped Europe. His grand army defeated Austria, Prussia, and Russia in battles like Austerlitz, 1805, Auerstedt, 1806, and Friedland, 1807. By 1810, Napoleon controlled most of continental Europe. His empire stretched from Spain to Russia, enforcing his laws and ideals across nations. But his thirst for power led to dangerous decisions. The invasion of Russia, the beginning of the end. In 1812, Napoleon made his biggest mistake, invading Russia. At first, his 600,000-strong army advanced deep into Russia, winning battles. But as the Russians retreated, they burned everything, leaving no supplies for the French. When winter struck, Napoleon's army was devastated by starvation, disease, and attacks. Only 100,000 made it back. This marked the beginning of his downfall. The fall of Napoleon. After Russia, a coalition of European powers turned against Napoleon. He suffered major defeats at Leipzig, 1813, and was forced to abdicate in 1814. He was exiled to Elba, a small Mediterranean island. But Napoleon wasn't done yet. In 1815, he escaped Elba and returned to France. In what became known as the 100 Days, he reclaimed his throne. However, his comeback was short-lived. The Battle of Waterloo, June 18, 1815, saw his final defeat at the hands of the Duke of Wellington and Prussian forces. Napoleon was exiled again, this time to St. Helena, a remote island in the South Atlantic. There, he spent his final years, dying in 1821 at the age of 51. Napoleon's legacy. Napoleon Bonaparte's legacy is a complex blend of brilliance and controversy. His military strategies revolutionized warfare and are still studied today. The Napoleonic Code reshaped legal systems across the world, emphasizing equality and merit. His conquests redrew Europe's map, spreading nationalism and modern governance. Though he crowned himself emperor, wielding immense power, he also dismantled feudal structures. Was he a visionary hero or a ruthless tyrant? A genius or a reckless conqueror? History continues to debate his impact, but one fact remains: Napoleon's influence on law, leadership, and military tactics ensures his mark on history will never fade. If you enjoyed this documentary, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more historical deep dives. Let us know in the comments, what do you think of Napoleon's legacy?